investigate. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. The victim is Nagito Komeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. So he died as we were like putting out the fire and shit. Because wasn't it like noon when we were at the factory? So that's obviously not important. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Again? But what's wrong with it? The cause of death, right? Not only there appears to be a stab wound in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. None of them are specified that it is actually what caused his death. Dots. It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find it out if I look around. That's what an investigation is for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate, so we should investigate first. If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Well, I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. Dots. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. So, cause of death is going to be our big thing for this one. Because none of his lacerations specifically say it's what killed him. The harpoon didn't specifically say it killed him. So we got to figure out what actually killed him. And that'll help us, I guess, figure out what's going on here. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times where we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now's not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Oh, his feet. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why was the feet the first thing I go to? Oh, that's right, because I'm fucked up. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillar nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his leg are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't tie up Nagito? Didn't tie up to Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that? At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could just stab them once in the chest. But hear me out. Why would they duct tape him? If they were torturing him for information, why would they duct tape his mouth? I don't think they were torturing him. Unless they were just being very sadistic about it and ultimately killing him, then it would make sense. But usually torture is used to as in an objective to get something out of someone. Not just make someone suffer, if that makes sense. So why'd they duct tape his mouth? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds are inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him. If that's the case, what was it with the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor? Why was his mouth duct taped? Why are we even coming to this conclusion? Someone can't talk if their mouth is duct taped, so why would they... It's not torture. I think he was just stabbed. Well, even if it was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have had a deep grudge toward Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily, I could totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they have really gone this far? Torture wounds. I mean, are they two separate things? They're not two separate things, okay. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Military base? And now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like it's a survival knife. by the way, it seems like the wounds on his legs and left arm are caused by the same knife. Which means after the killer finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand? And then they finished him off with the spear. How cruel! Then does this mean the killer went through the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they couldn't just kill him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use the spear at all? That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Yeah, they could have just like slit his throat. Survival knife. A spear with a flashy ornament on it impaled deeply in Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like it's the fatal wound. Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Well, you can't go into the castle, right? Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? Oh wait, isn't this what he was talking about in the first game when he killed, well, I don't want to spoil the first game, but when he killed, you know, what's-her-face with the spear impalement, he like summoned this spear. You definitely just came up with that now. By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it in Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice. Damn you all to hell. I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord seems to not have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. It's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to the other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere. There's something strange. Strange? What? Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of the palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered, but it's on his finger. Wait, well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but what? There's something else that's strange. If you flip it over and look at the back of his hand, there's also blood only above his the middle joints of each finger. You're right. Why is it only on this part? See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Blood on his left hand. It seems to me that he was gripping something when it splattered. Because there's no blood on the end of the cord. And there's blood everywhere splattered in a position of him having a balled up fist like he's gripping something. No, that's all I'm saying. I don't know, fam. I think it adds up. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this antagonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth was covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help? And look, he even just said it right there. This disproves our fucking torture theory. Why would you duct tape someone if you're trying to get information from them? Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to look at him. Hey, got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped off the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing? It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating it. Put the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. I mean, I appreciate your concern for her, but why'd you have to say ungrateful swine? Excuse me? The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like mostly it came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... It's no use, she's not listening. Hey, about the blood splatter on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that? It means he had his mouth duct taped the whole time before he was even stabbed, confirming that he wasn't tortured. He was just stabbed. His duct tape has crinkles. It's like he was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get stuck in his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? Yes, I keep saying it. You obviously get it by now. I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back in his mouth already. Dots. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Duct tape has been added. Burnt rope. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of the rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Huh. Burned rope. I guess I'm done with this area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I'm actually investigating such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible, and I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. So I'm becoming the ultimate investigator dude man, I guess. Is there like a hidden Monokuma back here? I should probably check that out. Okay, anyway. It's got a plushie here. It's got a hole in it. Hopefully you weren't... You know, I'm not going to finish that. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out from over his stomach. Hey! No. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. He's not dead. I like the reference, though. Is this one of your life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory? If you're making a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. Or if you're mistaking a plushie for me, there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal, too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going through the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something? It has nothing to do with that. Huh? Hey, he's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should die like that plushie over there. You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monomi, but you better watch what you say. I feel like it. I can wipe you out easily, you know. Yeah, I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of the world supremacy from Monokuma. Dots. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Monokuma plushie. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic is scattered all over the place. This is probably the grenades, obviously. Those fire grenades that were used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. The sprinklers are what put out the fire. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, the evidence really isn't all that strange. A lighter. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here... an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep it warm. In his most foolish thought, this clearly is the cause of the fire. Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it? The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence. There's only one reason I could think of why the killer would set a fire to their crime scene, but... oil lighter. What do you got, Chiaki? You got any clues? Blues clues? Dots. She looks like she's in deep thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put the fire out. Yeah, can you see the grinder right next to it? Right? There. Can you see the red streak? Huh? Huh! You're right, I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling grinder. Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way the blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the grinder. Now then, I guess it's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of trying to tie him up with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Yeah. Backing out. Reverse, reverse. So it looks like they domino effect to set off the lighter, don't you think? There's a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why were they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess. Huh? Look, they tipped over the panel by the entrance. It's really close. But the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings to slowly open the door to the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little bit more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored the protest and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Bam! Could it be? Was that it? And there's something else that I've been wondering. These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly. Isn't it clearly strange? Strange. That means we can speculate this is done intentionally. Monokuma panels. Oh, I forgot about the music. Oh, so this is where the music came from. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here? It looks like that weird music was playing from here. You know that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it busted. It looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. The music was playing from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? MP3 player. Got anything to say, Chucky? It looks like this side is completely soaked because of the sprinklers. Even if there was an important clue here, you might not be able to notice it. But it's better than the warehouse burning up to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire. But there's a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades. I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet? She's all drenched and soggy? Ha ha! You were thinking that, huh? I wasn't thinking that at all. Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime. You're screwing with me. Oh my, screwing? How lewd. Dots. Well, it looks... Oh, Dots. Please don't look at me like that with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already. Oh, ooh. Tensions are starting. Do you have anything to say? Dots. Looks like Sonya's focused on the investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time I talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about the fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse, exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is all right. It is not a bomb. How did you know? Why did you know that the bomb was a fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you and what were you doing during that time? Oh my. Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, shit. Oh, you son of a bitch. Sonia, whoa. I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh? At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone, so I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard of that Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them? And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered. And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought from the military base, the bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use them. What? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. And she discovered the firework. However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a firework display. God damn it all to hell! I see, so that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake. I did, as did Monomi as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Huh. If those bombs were the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. Because that was real. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything. There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Sonia's account. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand yet. You look worried. Yeah, I am. At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Izumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room, too. If I'm going to understand the reasons for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating. Hey, you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her. I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene. We don't have a choice, and there just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right. Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So, we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in the other areas, you have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that. Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay? There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way to except to do it. Jesus, I can't read. In order to survive, we need to fight Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Okay, well, I mean, we're already here. We already need to investigate the plushie factory, so might as well start here. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed in the truck were actually fireworks, which reminds me, the truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Dots. Other than that, there's no other particular thing that catches my eye. What about the laptop? Is it still... That reminds me, when I saw Nagito's video message on the laptop... Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time this message perfectly? No, it looks like the video is set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why would he have to use a video message? That's the only thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides the video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there's really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. I don't know, did just try unplugging it and plugging it back in? Go back into the break room. The break room on the other side of this door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue. Not even trash. Okay. Anything you want to add, Sonia? I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life! Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you normally run into. However, while I was staring at these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me. The bomb that went off in the lobby might have been set up there. Huh? If you hide a bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you think that a group of them, the group that is forcing us to kill each other, would devise something like that? A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism. Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it? Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that even mean? Stop! There's no bomb! You'll know if you just peek inside me, see? You'll feel the soft weight of the cut. You are right. Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, then you should know that it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs were all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow the killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just telling you for the first time. Phew, I'm so relieved. But if the bomb wasn't real from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon. I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it. Is he like throwing back to when he actually had bombs in himself in the first game? Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Monokuma's account. Okay, so I guess that's all I needed to obtain from here. Huh. Oh, yeah. Wasn't there like another truck here? When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth. As I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought that they were a real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in the video message. And also, I don't think he would... I feel like it was his plan all along to bluff us. I don't think he'd really blow us all up for no stinking reason. There's no way that's in the name of hope. Come on now. So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there was enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Dots. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. This truck? Huge supply of guns and firearms are stuffed inside the bed of the truck. Ah, I found it! What did you find? Well, that truck bed over there had guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife. Wait, that's what was used to stab him. Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand? Which means the killer obtained that knife here. So the killer is someone who visited the military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Okay, so we're good now. We're good there. Well, it looks like the spear was taken from here. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This spear is definitely it, right? Just as I thought, looks like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord attached to the handle, and there's a weight on the end of it. Plus, look, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of gun gear, huh? Monica would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why would the killer use a spear and a knife? Yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like that was necessary. With this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield, but still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? Dots. More dots. Triple dots. I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito was trying to make us suffer, even after he's dead. Well, now's not the time for time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Well, that's the last place I got, right? What's going on here? Ah, Hijame. Oh my, you want to go inside Nagito's room too? I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that. Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door. Fine, fine. I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right? Now then. Vavaloose! Creak. See, I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This is my first time seeing that, but this isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that? Maybe the cottage key is computerized. More importantly, let's go inside now. Let's go inside now. Now the door is open. Yeah, you're right. Man, I think my brain's just like farting today. I'm sorry. Ooh, shiny! So Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue that might be, maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. Well, first things first, we gotta get the last one, boys. What are you doing bathing in Nagito's tub? That's pretty weird, ain't gonna lie. Well. Wait a second! Didn't Monomi say she had a box stolen from her? And it had to have been one of us? A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Ah, could this be? It is! Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this? Dots. It's really cute. Why did you pause there? Oh, she was just reacting. Was she though? This looks like Monomi's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monomi was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside. Is it gonna be okay to look in? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monomi in the first place. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook. What? This is it? Why is this notebook inside a treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contains sloppy drawings as if it was drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya's the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary? Looks like it. Did Monomi write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16. We've been at the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. No. 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 Are you kidding me? No. Huh?
Hajime, did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing. No, it's something, all right. Hey, stop! Don't look at my notebook. Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook from out of my hand. Phew! I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief. Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student. Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. Why do you sound so... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. No. 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 Boys. You know what's happening. They literally just spoiled it right there. Oh, my God. Oh, you know now. Oh, no. Oh, my God. My heart. That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written. Hey, you're a liar. Why you always show up out of nowhere? Monomi is not good. It's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write. Huh? No, don't even stop. Please stop. No, I can't with this anymore. What are you saying? Jeez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B. No, you can't, because you have no fingers on your hands. Yeah. See, bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way, too. Dots. Huh? Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you? So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me. Huh? What are you saying? There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Dots. It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is that what Monokuma said true? Please. Huh? He said that you didn't write that notebook. Is that true? Please just say it. Please just say it. If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it? Excuse me. Hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again. The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try and get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better if I didn't ask her. Dots. Oh no, boys. Oh no, you know what that means. No. No! Fuck! Damn it! I'm gonna hold out. We're done. All right. We're pressing it for the trial. All right. Okay. There's a refrigerator. Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked to Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. Huh? there really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle.
For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked up very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? It looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? I took out the brown bottle that was in the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
Yeah, looks like it's poison.
Poison?
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little bit more detail. But be careful with the bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it. If you worry me like that, I'm gonna get nervous. Whoops, it slipped out of my hand. Shit. We just like suffocate. It's the gas chamber all over again. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In its gaseous state, it's heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
But where did Nagito get something like this?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too.
Apply to the bomb?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to take such a dangerous item.
The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have bought it with him from there too, right?
He was probably hiding it somewhere on his body during the last Clash trial.
He was hiding a bomb and poison during the Clash trial?
Jeez, how dangerous. What would we have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Just thinking about it scares me.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the hotel lobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Another trap?
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. And if that actually exists, it'd be real bad. He could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you died? I feel like I said that before. Deja vu. The bed? Oh, the bed. He must have hid something under the bed, right? It's the bed. It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks like it's the one in my room, or like the one in my room.
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things.
Yeah, like porn.
Well,
we should just check just in case. With no exceptions and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and, there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. What is this?
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base?
A gas mask and rubber gloves. Was he hiding these under his bed? What did Nagito use this stuff for? Gas mask and gloves.
Hajime, there was something else under the bed.
Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag. And, there's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum?
A round thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise.
I get what you're saying, but does this mean this is just a piece of trash?
Who knows?
It might be too soon to decide that. Okay, so actually, I'm assuming now I can search the bookshelf. There are a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on the shelf. The genres and types of items are also random. I can't make any sense of them whatsoever.
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Do they now?
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
So what do we do now? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
It doesn't mean we shouldn't ignore it, though.
Dots.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Wait, what?
It's better if boys go through other boys' things, you know? It might be private stuff here.
Well, that might be true, but...
So, I'll leave the shelf to you.
I think I got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I signed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started moving the various books and items and examining each one of them. But even as I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Dots. Huh? Well, that file... Okay, I think this is definitely Nagito talking. Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma. This is another one. That seal! Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy.
Does that have information about our stolen memories?
Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hijame's information. Nagito said that it only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened up the file and I held my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really was only my information, then why is this file so thick? I mean, maybe it's got a bunch of like details on me. As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiku, Akane, and Sonya, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information of all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too. I turned the page containing my information, began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words Reserve Corps student, so that wasn't a lie, of course. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a Reserve Corps student from the Reserve Department. Dots. Why? Is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why? Why am I the only one here who's from the Reserve Department? Why? Why am I here with all the other ultimates? Dots.
Hijame, did something happen?
Well, I just found a strange file.
Ah, isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room?
As I recall, your student
Profile should be in there.
It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are here too. Nagito was lying.
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone?
Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Dots.
Can I take a look at that file?
Chiaki leaned against me and peered into the file. Hell yeah, we're getting closer. Dots. Look at us concentrating on this book.
You're right, my profile really is in here, but unfortunately there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories, information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Ah, hold on.
What happened?
I just noticed it right now, but this file, his name isn't even there, right? There is supposed to be 60 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right? Who are you talking about? Byakuya! I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully, no matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere. So what if his name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be a traitor. Dots. No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life, it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason? How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means that great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What did you mean? You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned to the back of the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. The ultimate imposter! He was impersonating Byakuya! There it is, boys! And he doesn't have a name because he's the ultimate imposter, so he doesn't have an identity. And suddenly I came across the page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On the page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That's Byakuya's true identity. True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent prodigy, Byakuya Togami. A fake? The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. Oop boop boo, though I'm not jealous of that at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami? Is that why he was so much fatter compared to the one that was involved in the killing school life? Oop boop boo, his physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. Then he was lying to us the whole time? But he couldn't help it. What? Why couldn't he help it? 'Cause that was his talent. Huh? Well, having a talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain that talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell? Ahem, anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that had nothing to do with it. That I had nothing to do with it. So I'll let you up straight. This revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time? Oh great, if I remember Byakuya's voice. I cannot talk to the others about my past. I suspect my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess, maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, you never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monomi or the traitor. Dots. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that? Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out. So that's just as I thought. You're the one who did it. The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You make a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here? It would be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right? Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right? Well, probably. Hope's Peak Academy file. Oop boop boo, it's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue. Was that the wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up? Wait. Excuse me for a moment. Oh shit. Dots. That chime just now. What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank accounts may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why you gotta cherish time. There's nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial, so please gather at Monokuma Rock. Oop boop boop boop, I'll see you soon. Well, shit. The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial? Dots. Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days. And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one. But I can't imagine that it's the real end. Huh?
I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that.
His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
Well, you don't have to worry so much.
Huh?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know?
Dots. You're right. You're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. This is the end. This is the end! I kept saying those words to myself over and over in my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock. The elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. God, there's so few of us, dude. The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way it's going to go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who've survived need to stand to fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope or the light of despair? Well, now that chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left. Enough, just fucking start this already. Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right? Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all. Didn't I tell you? He said it. This is the end. Dots. Now then, let's get this trial started. This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other. Huh? Wait, we're just gonna fight club? Fight club time? This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise. Nagito Komeda, the ultimate lucky student. Not so lucky now, aren't you? When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way I can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Save my goddamn progress, because you know what that means. I'm gonna end that one there. Hope you all enjoyed that investigation, because a lot of shit went down. My god, that was a good one. I mean, not a lot of shit as in like investigating, but a lot of truth was coming out. Secret about Byakuya, about my past, about a lot of stuff. Some stuff that if you put it together, you're probably crying right now as much as I am on the inside. But anyway, we got a promising class trial ahead of us, boys, in the next one. So I hope to see y'all there.